Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Good evening, one and all.
50% chance to rain.
Said that.
I just did. Well, it always is, isn't it? It either is or it isn't going to. So I just thought I'd throw that one in there and give everybody a fright. That's all. I enjoyed that. It's one little joke to myself. Surely in the desert we don't need a weather report, you would think.
No, you would.
There we are. The cat has come through and thank God, no rain. Oh, Sarah's been booted, apparently.
Let's see what I'm getting in.
I did wonder after we went live that We'd gone from 19 to 18.
So there's a 3% chance of rain. I think they have to give a percentage somewhere.
Probably, yes, I think so. I mean, nobody's rushing out the pits, so...
Hopefully Sarah's back in, so let's start again. So this is round 14 of season 2, Abu Dhabi, which is liked by some, not liked by others. I like the changes that they've done in this year. They seem a little bit better, a little bit more fluent.
Yeah.
We do have to be wary of the fast right-hander in the middle of Sector 1. I've seen a fair few cars go flying off of there. And also where Night Owl's just gone under now, underneath the skywalk bit. Yeah, I think it is slightly angled as well, which has caught a few people out. Love me some Abu. So Night Owl's the first one around to start the hot lap in Abu Dhabi. We said it should be nice and dry throughout, and unusual this season for PRL.
Yep, we've got quite a few coming out now. I would imagine tomorrow night, and realistic, it's going to be all about set up the long straights on this track.
Yes, we got the whole of Sector 2 and basically half of, yeah, well, a quarter of Sector 3, which are going to give you some decent time.
How low dare people go with their wings? I think that's what's going to play a big part tomorrow night.
Well, it's compromising, isn't it?
Yeah. So the Williams drivers will be running 0-0 wings.
As fast as physically possible.
Yes.
That's a Dodo special.
Oh, absolutely.
The Night Owl's first one round the final corner to set our first time, 124.5. The next, I think, is it Sierra?
It's very crowded. We've got an awful lot of people
Or is
out
it
now.
Cats? I think it's Sierra. I think he's the first one. The next one round. Or is it Baz? It might actually be Baz who's slightly ahead. We'll go with Baz. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead. Shouldn't be too much. So Baz was the second time. See if we can just... How close he can get to Night Owl. 125.6. It's down to Sierra and the Alfa Romeo. Oh, and does it just, he's off. Validated on the last call. Not sure what happened there, but we rejoin as he comes back onto the racing line. I'll go down to the leg, which comes under the skywalk. I don't even know. Is that what we call it? A skywalk?
Cat's just crossing the line. Goes P2.
And the leg P3, Mr. Indies slots in between the Cat and Night Owl, 25.2. Let's go down to the Aston Martin of Odin, just about across the line on the mediums. Is it P4? Oh, and his teammate is just starting his hot lap now. So that will be Hilly that's coming across. Underneath the Rolex. Doesn't utilise as well. Doesn't take as much track as you thought he could do round there. Clipping the apex and then across the line into P2. 24.7.
Times are
Dodo's has invalidated, so it'll be John Snow in the last bit of Sector 3. Does use all the track.
So that's coming up to... Oh, did well to keep that in. I thought he was a bit over the line.
Is that Sierra behind? We're going to have time to go
towards. Yeah, that's him. So goes first.
On the mediums. Not bad at all. So now, I don't know who we got. Dodo's is invalidated. Vale, we'll stay on board with him as he's coming into Sector 3 now. Oh! Is that a Ferrari round on the pit entrance? It might well be. There was yellow flags.
It's in the pits, yeah. It's in the pits.
Lucky it's not BDSQ'd for that. Vale about to cross the line. 124.319. Pushes Sierra down into one position below to P2. Let's go aboard with Rowden. Hasn't raced for the last couple of weeks as he's just about to finish Sector 1 and in Sector 2.
Kenyon has allegedly set a purple Sector 1.
I will tell you, he has by 0.003. So he has just.
A little bit of insight. Abu Dhabi is Antho's favourite track to drive around.
Oh, Rowden, very, very wide. Surprised the game did not invalidate you there as he drifts around the final corner. Puts it P12. Probably had to compromise a little bit of speed. We'll go down to Vale, not Vale, Kenyon.
Wash
on the mediums. I know. Comes around the final corner and across the line. 124.366 on the mediums, puts in P2. Interesting, I'm assuming Vale also said on the mediums. He did.
Yep. The top three are all on the medium tyre.
So we've got Antho, Dodos, and Matt all yet to set a time that are out on track. Matt's just about to come around the final corner and put in his first attempt on a hot lap. What is your favourite track, Trev?
Well, I think, the one I've always been, I was going to say most competitive at, but the one where I've at least been able to hold my own was always Austria. But then so many people like Austria because it's just so easy. It's not the most exciting, but I've always liked Austria. Contrary to popular belief, I quite like Bahrain as well. I know a lot of people don't particularly like it, but for me, the less straights, the more I like it. It's. But I was going to say when Rowden was going round, knowing that Rowden, like me, is a controller player, if everything I've been seeing from the beta testers is true, I think we could see Rowden becoming quite. I was going to say competitive, but that's not well. Possibly is, but I know that in our earlier days, before 22 came out, Rowden was always in and amongst it. So
yeah, definitely. But what I've seen through people like Jarno Otmir, who obviously plays esports or does esports, I saw him doing controller a couple of days ago, and he said controller is back in contention to be up there.
Yeah, from what I saw, they said it's still not as quick, but you're a lot quicker than you were. Whilst we were having controller chats, PRL Matt went P9. Quite respectful for him. Respectable, even. He's not respectful, I know that much.
Anfro puts it P5. So we got 3. Alan is still in the pit. Very unusual to see Alan and Alpine in the pit of this late on in Q1.
Used to be one of the first out. Matt's probably handcuffed him to his dining table or something.
Oh, there is a McLaren round, and it's got going again. Let's have a look. Oding goes P1, 24.273 on the softs. Currently have a Aston Martin 1-2 in Q1.
Alan is leaving the pits. He's just coming under the bridge now. Or through the tunnel. That's what I meant. Yeah, no, Sarah, you're right. It never will be as quick as wheel. I'm just looking forward to actually having some pace. It'd be nice.
So it looks like we've got everyone out on track now. Have we? I'm not sure. Outlap, pits, Remaster.
It's just I must have missed that. Why Dodo's is such a slow time for him? Did he have a mistake?
I'm not sure. I know he invalidated his first attempt, so then I think he came in and had another attempt, but it doesn't look like that's gone swimmingly either.
No. So the last 3 that have to put in times are all on their outlaps.
Most of them are coming into the pits to have their last attempt, as Alan is just coming round to the final corner now, to very wide, to have his first attempt. Vale has retired in the pits, extremely happy with his time, not surprised. The only problem with an Alan lead coming out to this point, he has got 4.5 minutes to put in a valid time.
Yeah, I mean he's kind of got to make this one count.
And the stake round here could such a long track as well.
In my games tell me that he's in a purple sector 1.
He has not.
Thought so. No offence to Alan, I'm just
by
like...
the app, he has not.
He's invalidated it.
He's just invalidated.
Yeah,
Where did he invalidate there?
He tried to stay too tight into the wall, obviously to shave off a bit of the corner, and he got all 4 wheels over the white line. So get that ERS boosted back up, Alan.
Ooh, Remaster coming around fast right hander. Looked like he cut the corner. He did cut the corner. I know that. He didn't give an invalidation, so he must have let off. It's probably going to hurt his time quite a lot. So Alan's going to have to recharge and have potentially one more chance at this. These softs will start to die very quickly.
Marshall is coming around the last corner now.
Another package user goes to P9. I should see him safely through into Q1 unless the track is evolving rapidly. Revolving unless it's turning around.
It's hard enough as it is without it spinning while we're racing.
This is not Mario Kart, this is F1. The Remaster coming down to underneath the bridge, middle of sector 3. Using all of that track. Should be a decent enough time to get him in. Oh, he only puts in P15.
Dodo's about to start his attempt.
Baz has turned off, so he will be going now. Kenyon retired and Fitz, he is happy. As it was mentioned, Dodo's is the top of Sector 1. Ravden is also going. just behind Dodo's.
Oh,
Alan very, very wide.
Gee.
Very lenient there, this game. Puts it P17. That's
And
not going to be enough.
No, and he's got
He's
barely
flashing
any.
red.
Yeah.
I would say that is it for Alan and the Alpine.
It's not often you see Alan going out in Q1.
Let's go on board with Dodo's. The loop-in left-hander at the beginning of Sector 3.
Who has allegedly put a purple sector 2.
He's put in a purple Sector 1 by quite a margin.
It told me sector 2 in the game.
Sector 2 is a massive improvement for what he had, but it's not the fastest.
Oh,
Look at the kick of the car. Goes P2. That's what Mr. Saturday can do. Rowden. Can he get himself into Q2? All he can at the moment.
Alan has invalidated his final attempt. We will
Alan
be losing
is out.
Alan.
It looks like we're losing Baz as well. He hasn't got enough ERS. Brewmaster. I don't know how long we got left. 22 seconds. He's just about to have another attempt. Cat's in the pit. We're losing the cat.
Matt
What can his Mercedes teammate do?
Matt he's up, but oh,
Going wide.
wow!
It's not the track there, mate.
Just make up your
He
own
said
track,
this is
Matt.
not
Why
Mario
don't you?
Kart.
Well, he was only up by 2,000, so I would imagine that wide berth that he took there is not going to help him. But he
had a good Sector 1, but lost it in Sector 2.
Yeah.
Where are you
he's
going,
way-
sir?
The steering
he
wheel's
says
the
please.
steering wheel's a bit in the middle, Matt.
Brewmaster's invalidated. We're losing him. Baz is on 27%, but he is 5 seconds down on his time.
Oh, well then, Matt
I
is
think-
scraped through.
I think
Undeservedly
that concludes Q1. As qualification is over, we will lose the Cat, the Mercedes, the Brewmaster and the Alpine, R8 Baz in the McLaren, and Alan and the Alpines. So both Alpines out in Q1.
so. Yay, Sid's in the house. Alan, what happened, mate? What did you do? And there's no need to put impressions of Matt in the stream chat. Taking the mick out of Matt is my job, not yours.
Well, he's taking the mick out of match driving. That's what he must have been like,
Yeah.
closing his eyes as he went around some of these corners.
Exactly.
So Remaster may have been just a little bit of insight. Sitting P17, I am seeing he had a rear wing damage. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, just waiting for these last guys to... Should be just waiting for... There it is. That concludes Q1. So Sierra is the top of the table, sitting in P1 into Q1 with a 124 dead on the soft compound tyres. A couple of medium runners behind, Vale, Kenan and Sierra sitting on the medium compound tyres. The rest of the field all attempting to do soft compounds, but unfortunately we lose the Cat, Brewmaster, Baz and Alan.
I think I've worked
We're
out
just
what
going
happened.
to take... What's that, sorry?
Worked out what happened to Matt. I'll bet you that 3% chance of rain fell in front of Matt's car. That'll be what.
Yeah,
that's
all
what
of it.
Yeah, that's what he'll be telling us.
Right, we're just waiting for the session to start. Just going to take a quick break and grab a drink. We are back, Q2. As screen time veil is out first. Jasira being heavily dobbed for podium.
Well, just because
We
he
all know
said
he
like,
loves
don't
pressure.
jinx him tomorrow night. So I'm trying to jinx him as much as I can because the Red Bull team do not need the Alpha Tauris doing well tomorrow night. It's just not to happen.
So it is Vale followed by the only Merc on track in Matt somehow. Let's hope he can stay within the white lines this time. Vale's going to have a little bit of... He's going to run into the back of a Haas coming out of the pit lane here. Comfortably ahead, it shouldn't be causing much of an issue. It doesn't. The Haas slows down, moves over to the left.
Sorry, you're going to have to excuse me. I'm going to leave you on your own for about 20 seconds. I have to reply a message to my big sister, who I will add is 55 years old, because she's just called me a word that starts with an F and it rhymes with granny. And frankly, there's no need for that.
Oh, slide by Vale. He will back out of that. Catches it, very nicely held. As Matt is the next one to go behind him. Oh. Sarah, why am I being told that you've got front wing damage?
Who does?
Sarah.
Maybe coming under the...
Showing that he's got front wing.
Maybe coming under the pit tunnel.
Potentially, yes, it is, can be.
It's very easy to do.
Matt looks very, very hesitant. Whoa, and he's invalidated far too much. Pressure kept on the car, and that is invalidation.
He makes my job too easy. Sierra goes, so that's quite a convincing lap.
Mr. Indy is 24.639.
Nice. Antho
26.369
is gone. What happened to Antho?
No. What has happened to Antho? How have you crashed there?
Where is he?
He's right in the middle of the track. Right in the middle of the track. I wonder if he's turned in too early and he's caught the wall. That's why his car was positioned right in the middle. I was on a cracker lap and for some reason I've lost the car. Tyres were too hot. Did you hit the wall on the right hander before the corner on the apex? Kenyan just about to enter the final stages. Round the second to last, round to the last corner, clips the apex. Uses the track left and should be sitting on pole from 23.674.
Matt dives into the pits for a new set.
Turn 2 car didn't want to go through full throttle. That was from Syrah. Is that why you crashed?
Turn 2's another one that it is easy to use it at.
Rowden has pulled out. Rebuilding ERS.
And Odin has been around.
He has. Last time I went to him, he just invalidated. Struggling in Q2. Where is Vale? Because he's 140.
Slightly up through sector 2, but not by a whole lot. In fact, no, he was slightly down through sector 2, I beg your pardon. Oh, sector 1 even, I'll get it right yet.
David Bale's past the point where he had a mistake last time. Oh, Jon Snow has retired. We lost Jon Snow as well. Turn 2.
Somebody dropped oil there. Is that what's going on?
Oh, he's must have caught the track right and swung left. He is right on the exit of that pit lane. Couple of casualties in Q2.
Vale comes across the line. P2.
Slightly behind Kenyon, further than he would want to be. Odin in the pit. Syrah on outlap. Matt is on outlap further ahead, so we're staying board of him.
Bowden puts on a 25.866.
It's safe enough time for the moment, but he's still got half of the grid to put in laps. So Matt is just about to start. Let's put loads of pressure on him.
There's a corner coming up, Matt. There's a corner coming up, Matt.
Break.
Matt, turn left, Matt.
Oh, he had a snake. It bit then. Can't be a bit of commentary team being very, very unbiased.
Absolutely. We've got no favourites here. Least of all, Matt.
Going up to a tricky part of the track. Vale retired in the pits, happy, doesn't want to do that again.
Well, I guess if you're happy enough with your time, why risk crashing into a wall? Oh, Matt
Doesn't like that corner. What is
way off round there again.
He really doesn't like that corner.
No.
He gets far too much power down early there. That's forcing him wide. It's a more of a swooping one. You've got to keep your power consistent through it. He hasn't invalidated this time. A little bit deeper into that corner. He's going to lose a little bit of time there. And he's going to 126.2. Currently sitting P11. At its rate, he will not, even though he's not crashed, he was still under Jon Snow in the table.
High praise indeed.
Odin.
You pretty much just said, well done for not crashing that.
Well, it was close. He made his own track for half of it. I don't know how he's not invalidated. They must be losing so much speed through that corner. On board with Odin. Struggled his last couple of attempts in Q2. Running out of time. 5 minutes left. Kenyon happy.
Retired as well. Yeah.
As Dodo's just comes back out on track now. First time in Q2, leaving us late, like standard with Dodo's. So this is where Matt's struggling. It's a bit more, you've just got to coast it round.
Yeah.
He's going in way too early, the power, which is forcing him really, really wide. There's Ampho's wheel on the left hand side.
This has looked a pretty neat lap from Odin, I've got to say.
He's got some good pace about him, Odin. There's P2.
Oh!
24 dead. Mashlar just coming out on the outlap now. He's probably going to have one decent attempt at this. Dodo's round to the second to last corner before he starts his hot lap. He will stay on board as Mashlar is fairly far behind. Oh no, he doesn't. Didn't see, I had no timers, I don't think then. 124.
Some P3.
That's Dodo's for you. Matt's just coming out of the pit. Rowden follows. The leg is already out.
Just starting his attempt. So hopefully neither Matt nor Rowden get in the way.
No, Rowden slots in just behind. Matt is ahead. Should pull over. As we did see Healy retire in the pits. Sitting in P7, he's happy with his time. Should be a comfortable enough time. Much last start of Sector 3. Odin retired in the pits, happy. Still in P2. Dodo's happy as well, P3. Mashlar underneath the bridge. It's nice and comfortable and smooth on the exit. Should be setting an improvement time. This is in P9, 124.7. Sierra is just behind who... He is starting a hot lap now. Currently in the elimination zone. Leg middle of Sector 2. As Rowden and Matt also start. Matt's further ahead. Start of Sector 2. We're going board with Matt just as he comes around to his favourite corner and just want to see if he's improved or worked out he can't go that fast round it. Nice and smooth so far by the leg. This should be a decent enough time to get him in. And it is P5 back down to Matt. Staying in the track limits this time. Well done.
She's wide at that corner there as well. The sharp right-hander.
Some of these corners can be deceiving. They put you a lot of speed going into these corners. Oh, is that Rowden? Sector 3. May have been. Matt does move up to P13, but it's not enough to get him out of elimination zone.
Improved by nearly a second.
And that, yes. his chances are very, very slim now. As Rowden has 8 seconds. Does he have enough to get? Don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's not.
Oh, and he's just hit the wall and invalidated.
That's unlucky. Spin, middle of sector 2, or middle of sector 3, sorry, as an end to his qualification in Q2. I'm assuming Matt is having a go now. You've got to have a go. ERS might run out on you, but you've got to throw it. Is he flashing? He is flashing. He's turned off. I think we'll be losing. Matt Mashallah is on a valid hot lap now. ZZ is also turned off, I think. So I think you will find that is it for Q2.
Yep, Ashel has 7 seconds over on his time.
We lose Antfo and Jon Snow through crashes. And then we will also lose Mashallah of the Haas, Pirel Matt Mercedes and Rowden of the Alpha Tauri have all been eliminated from Q2.
When you look at the times there by Kenyon and Sirra, this could be quite close.
Let's hope so. So, Kenyon did put up a little table for us to work out what position he needs to compare to the bloke in P2, which is Vale, what he needs, and if Kenyon, well, as we look in a second, depending on what position Vale gets, it will show us what Kenyon needs as well to be crowned champion of Season 2. A nice mixed field though. We have got both Williams into Q3 and both Aston Martins into Q3 as well. I think Mr. Indy getting to Q3 for 2 weeks in a row, I believe. I think he did in Zandvoort as well. So let's see if I can get this table up, because last time it doesn't work. Hardly ever works for me. Don't know why. Let's have a look. Can we see it?
Can see something.
So.
No, all we're seeing is the title permutations for. Is that?
Yep, that's what we want.
Oh, that's what you want. I'll shut my face.
So basically, if Vale wins this race, Kenyon needs 3rd or 4th with the fastest lap to be crowned champion. Vale finishes 2nd, Kenyon needs 8th, and so on. I believe that's what it is, because last week in Zandvoort, Kenyon needed to outscore Vale by 14 points to be crowned champion last week. And I think it was about 6 or 7 in the end. So we will bring that back up, and when we get through the race, just to see where we are. Let's go back to the action. Who's first? Well, I don't know why I said who's first. We know who's bloody first. It's screen time.
Of course it is.
It is a nice graphic. Cedric, sidekick. So everyone will be on the soft compound tyres. They are, assuming some of them are probably scrubbed. They are. Hilly is 18% softs. A couple of them 3 or 4%, but the majority of them, what I can see, are probably quite fresh. Hilly definitely scrubbed. Bale 17.536 sector 1. Let's see if we can just keep an eye on it. Fuel load. Ooh. Sector 1 for Syrah. Improvement on Vale's time by 0.160. Interestingly, it says his fuel load is 10 laps. Or 10 kilos.
That must be 10 kilos, surely.
Hilly, it was the minimum 2.6 kilos. I know you can open up, I think, the minimum of 3.3.
I can't recall. It's been so long since I played the game.
Just get yourself down for next week.
Nope.
Last race of the season.
Not at Canada, I'm not. No, no, no.
Vale 123.571. Syrah is next, and then it's Hilly. Syrah right on the line. Syrah P2 124.695. I think he'll be pushing a little bit quicker on that time. Hilly 125.353. And we go down to the leg. And 24.707. Odin is next. How are we doing, Dreams? Good evening. Odin 124.2. Has Kenyon next.
Kenyon.
P1 24.456. Sierra's the next one down in Demon Sector 3. Dodos and Nighthouse still in the pits. Mr. Indy not far behind Sierra. Sierra P3 123.785, not bad at all. Mr. Indy done well so far, up to P5 124.6. And the rest are currently sat in the pits with no time at the moment. P9 and 10. I'm sure the rest will start to come round as Vale's the first one out. So they'll all start to feed themselves into the pits.
So I'm going to imagine after Q1, Dodos has maybe only got the one set of brand new, one set of brand new tyres.
So Syrah's going again. 6.6 laps of fuel. Now he's gone. He's spun around. Yes, his fuel light's not even red. I think he put in a lot of fuel. Because normally it's red when it's getting low and then flashing when it's really low. But his light is not on.
So, Maestro, is that what you think? Is that the order you think the top four will be in, or just that those four will be in the top four?
I mean, that's a big shout if it is. Kenyon, Dodos, Vale, and Al.
No,
Vale back out early.
Ollie is not alone. I'm just being my usual shy and retiring type, and once Matt
he's here.
Yeah, once Matt goes out, what else is there for me to talk about, really? It's boring then.
Dodo's is coming out.
I was just going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting still in his chair in the pit garage with his feet up, drinking a Coke or something. Night Owl. Still no signage of movement. Oh no, I say that.
Is there movement?
Nope, it wasn't him.
So is Mr. Indy is going around again, or is he switched off? He switched off.
According to Matt, he's got to make up for last week. I don't know what he did last week.
Who has?
Matt! He's just called me rude and said he's got to make up for last week. In fact, he spent all of tonight trying to make up his own track. Oh, maybe that's what he means by make up, like make up my own track. Now it all makes sense. We can have
Vale
the drug
is
tested if you wish, Matt.
Vale's invalidated already at the top or the end of Sector 1. Let's go on board with the mighty Dodos. Jasura has loaded his fuel. It is now to 4.7. Oh my god! Dodo's got an absolute cheeky toe off Mr. Indy. I think that was down the straight.
Night Owl finally leaves the pits. He's just
2.5 minutes.
Yeah. He's got to make
Dodo's
this
on a
count.
flyer.
Kenyon is just leaving the pits as well.
Dodo's
goals.
P3. Vale just starting now. We saw Kenyon just leaving. Night Owl's on an outlap. Hilly on an outlap. The leg is... Who's that? Syrah is just starting as well. The leg is improving. 0.2 up on his time. Coming into Sector 3.
Bale is up by a fraction under a tenth through Sector 1.
It's like a busy Sector 2. Aston Martin is positioned nicely to give his teammate a tow. As the leg doesn't move but does improve. We're going to see this now. I'm just interested to see. There's a little bit of a tow going on. It will help. It probably could have been done a little bit longer, but it will help Vale. 0.2 improvement as it stands. It will put him into P1. This Kenyon can get back and improve as well, as he's just about to start hot lap.
Kenyon has gone back into the pits.
That's Kenyon's done. Kenyon is done in Q3. Sitting on provisional pole as it stands as Vale comes round the last corner. Can he nudge him down? He will. 23.386. Dodo's in the pit. Sierra on a hot lap top of Sector 2. Odins is going again. I wonder if he'll get a return from his Aston teammate.
Silla is starting a lap.
He is going to. As Vale sits and waits at the top. And here we go. This is the return tow. Beautifully done. That's a lovely little bit of a toe.
Night Owls approaching the last corner now. This could be a decent time. Third.
Oh, big bang!
I was just about to
How did
say,
he
I was
survive?
trying to work out in my head what at the speed you're going at, where it might put him, and then wallop.
Wow. Is he... Doesn't count him as that. How has he kept... We've seen some crashes in recent weeks on PRL, and some of them are like 3 miles an hour and they rip wings off and wheels off. That was monstrous. He stayed alive.
Sarah comes up to the last corner.
Should be. Decent P5. Happy with that because we know Sarah is a demon at starts.
You've not got that long a start here, though, really, do you?
No, you haven't.
Pretty quickly.
Oh, and there's the wheel gone from Odin's. He had a lot of damage by the app. I don't think he could make that turn on the pit. As Night Owl, everyone should stay out, and they do stay out. That concludes Q3. That concludes qualification for round 14 Abu Dhabi. Surveil is sitting on pole position, followed by Kenyon in the house as them two battle it out. Can Vale continue his fine form and push that title back from Kenyon a little bit and into the last race? Sierra sits P3 now for Romeo. Night Owl P4, TCM 0 P5, Dodo's P6, Hilly P7, Odin's after the massive crash sitting in P8 and needs a new pair of pants. Mr. Indy P9 and the leg in P10 for the Red Bull. We will take a short break and we will be back in a few minutes.
Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span cities? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Welcome back, one and all. All nice and refreshed. Get all of our details up on the screen.
Oh, Sinners left again.
Unfortunate. Let's see if I can get him in. Bum bada bum 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 bum. So, let's have a look at our tyres. So we've got a bit of a mixture on field of mediums and hards, no softs. The front runners of Vale and Kenyon.
Marshall has gone now. What is it with these people? I don't know if
They've all got jacket potatoes.
I don't know if I've got martial art on my...
I have.
Okay. I probably do,
something
but I
right.
just don't remember seeing it. Oh, Cyril's left again. Right. I'll get Cyril in if you concentrate on that.
We've got a good old PRL formation lamp anyway. Gaps everywhere.
I'm trying to decide who I should go on with here. Oh, Night Owls, Misters.
Disqualified.
This is Cyril.
So nice to see. Everyone's in their grid boxes. Off the ones that have been set back a little bit.
I'm going to go right at the very back with Alan, just to see what happens from the back.
I'm going to go on with Sierra. Actually, I'm going to go on Night Owl just so I can see the battle of the top four. As we've got 5 lights waiting for him. It's going to be waiting for these guys just to kick in their gears and then we'll be off. And there we go. And we are off. It's an absolute electric start by Night Owl. Electric. He's gone up in past Sierra and past Vale and up into P2.
We have Cyril and Marshall disqualified. Aren't they? They're not even running.
Okay, well that's going to be a restart.
Yeah, I thought they were ghosting when they approached the grid slot.
I'm going to back out and do another one. I'll put the stream back onto the intro and we'll be back shortly. welcome back again. Unfortunately, a lobby restart down to 2 DSQ in before we had lights out, which means they could not take part any further. But through our rules, we restart. That is not something that is down as a racing incident or something that happens on track. That is down to a game issue that we always trying to restart to get everyone in and everyone racing. So we're just going to give these guys a couple of minutes to get the setups on.
I can't believe I couldn't convince you to put your rain on.
Yeah. Hovered over it for a second.
I've got a very excited fan up in the stands above the Mercedes garage.
Yeah, I know. He's loving that, isn't he, up there?
I don't know what he's so happy about. Got Matt driving for him. I mean, he must be a cat fan. That's what it is. That must be what it is.
I'll just give these guys an extra 30 seconds to get themselves sorted. They should be putting back on their setups, so I know their strategies. Absolutely love the pit crew. Just stand there like stuffed dolls.
I actually know where the Mercedes crew is. I mean, they're not sitting on their seats.
Right, have given you okay. Should be plenty of time. Not tough luck.
Sorry, Silas just answered the question as to what that spectator's so happy about. Apparently he's cut Matt's brakes.
Down for some pure excitement, this bloke. I'm sure he's been paid heavily as well for the act.
Right, let's hope we can keep everybody in this time.
There's just another run. These guys warming up their tyres again. I mean, I'm sure the majority will stay with their selected tyre choices they had to begin with, and it does look like it. The front 2-1 mediums. As we're just trying to round a formation lap. Hopefully everyone will stay there. Good old PRL formation lap. Put your absolute foot down and race to the grid box to keep these tyres nice and warm.
Still magical. God, I thought Kenya was about to hit the wall there. He was weaving that much behind Bale on the straight.
I mean, Vale was probably quite thankful of the restart. The start he had in his last one wasn't brilliant. I think he dropped 2 places.
I didn't see. I just was on at the back, and then I noticed that there was 2 names greyed out, and I'm like, hold on, what's happened?
Night Owl had an absolute flyer. He also passed Sierra. You had a bit of a slower start anyway. Being on the inside, Kenyon had an okay start, but it did bring him out further ahead. As these guys flying around the rest of the grid, just trundling around the back.
I'm just keeping a close eye on Brewmasters here. He seems to be just ever so slightly glitching a little bit. Oh, somebody's round.
Who's that? Jon Snow. Oh, Vale, he's dropped it. Just wait for the rest of these guys to form up in their grid boxes. Jon Snow looked like he hit it in the wall. That would just count as a straight back to grid box. Baz has been disqualified. Nice. Yeah, we are. So I'm going to go back on board with Night Out again. Lights are there, but not for us yet. Wait for the revving to happen. And there we go. And we are off again. Sierra had a much better start. Whoa, we were. Sierra is back. He went straight up middle. Oh! Kenyan
cars
rounds.
all over the place.
There's a bit of a cluster around there. We haven't lost anyone. We've got some yellow flags. The track is still green. Brewmaster round. No wing. There was a couple. I think Kenyan picked up some damage as well.
Carnage in the midfield.
Everyone's jostling for positions. I don't know how this is going to play out. There's lots of cars in the middle here. Someone's got to...
I mean, Alan did really well for staying out of trouble. I was on board with him. He's moved up 7 places as a result. About Matt, which answers Matt's question earlier. Where's Alan? He's in front of you, mate.
So hopefully just going to start to see this settle down here. We've got the Red Bull going side by side. A little bit of banging which is causing issues in front. Odin's gone.
Yeah, he's full 180. And
That brings out a VSC. It's a very crazy lap. If you can hear me, let's please calm it down. Otherwise we will not make it through the rest of this race.
I think that was the same corner that Odin lost it on, and then Indy's got
Mr.
dragged
Indy, Night Owl's in the pits, maybe picked up some damage. Sure, we're going to see a Kenyan in the pits as well. We're not going to see Kenyan in the pits. He definitely picked up some type of damage. I will show you in. Remaster front wing damage, Rowden front wing damage, Night Owl also had front wing damage, but apart from that, everyone is okay. Kenyan just went round.
There's no obvious damage on Kenya's car from the screen anyway.
No, I think that was just a coming together as they were fighting for positions between him and Vale, as what I saw. I can't say he was in the wrong order, right, at all. There was definitely that, and we are green again, we are racing. The midfield was still packed up as Hayes is down the left hand side of Mr. Indy on the hard compound tyres, goes down, and I will point out PRL Hayes, about time and well done.
Congrats.
Baz gets a brilliant exit behind Indy. Mr. Indy got a little bit more pace than the Williams coming out there, but Baz thought we might look in the inside, doesn't. So Alan up to P9, a great start, going just in front of the Williams, no sorry, the Ferrari and the Red Bull of the leg, as the Red Bull gets himself in front of the Ferrari.
Yeah, you can tell that Alan and Baz have both done a great job. They're both up 10 places from 18th and 19th. So Silla seems to be the man on the charge, putting in the fastest lap.
Sets a new fastest lap.
Yeah.
He's going to have work to do. This, as it stands now, it's probably going to go into the final race of the season. Very early days though, yeah. Going to need a massive comeback through that and eat away at the rest of this grid, Kenyan.
Yeah, he's got Anto right in front of him as well, and Anto's no slouch, so it could be a tricky job.
It's just a DRS train now. As Baz gets past Mr. Indy. Sierra. Oh no. Sierra. It's overtaken. Vale looked like he got swallowed by both cars as Sierra ran the outside. as well. Vale looking in. Sierra flying.
Corking the ball at the moment is Hayes.
Kenyan gets past Pierre Matt. a very good battle in the top three. Sierra really good on the exits of every corner. Look, Sierra making it extremely hard. I wish these two would come apart.
Indy's in the
Mr.
pits.
Indy. I was in the pits. What is Mr. Indy fourth? No, doesn't say anything.
Through, was it? No, he's not stopped.
Yes, for speeding on the VSC. That's what he got the drive through
I
for.
thought it was a 5-second penalty. Okay,
No, he got it first. Yes. Back to the top. Sierra blasting past Sierra. He's now got Vale. Sierra can look back on Sierra. Looks like he's going around the outside. It looks like Vale's going around the inside. Wow, that's a powerful DRS. So round the left-hand, looping left-hand corner, side by side.
I think Sierra just realised that the car either side of him going in that column went, nope, I'm backing out of this.
Vale gets his nose ahead. Right down to the rest of the grid. Hilly is a 7-second back before Hilly in the Alpha Tauri, and Dodo's in the Ferrari ahead. Jon Snow 0.6 away. Alan continues a great start up into P8. As I'm sure the top three will go back at it again.
Kenyon was right on the gearbox of the leg. And he's gone by. Yeah, he's got that move done.
Down the grid, Jon Snow is going around the outside of the McLaren, taking a long route round. But then we'll have the inside line going in as they are side by side. Oh, Jon Snow just backs out a little bit. Let's the McLaren go ahead, but they go back side by side again.
That did Alan a massive favour because Alan was over a second behind them. So.
Oh, Jon Snow around the outside. Love this camera. Why can't we just have a
very clustered in there?
So it's nicely done by all of them. There's no contact that I can see throughout those corners.
Yeah, ours could be a sitting duck here. That's going to be the problem. Whoever's in the lead of this DRS train is just going to get swamped every lap down this back straight.
Those three now will just keep towing each other along, and they might let the other two get back in with the battles that they're going to have. Oh, as Alan was looking on the inside of Baz, but it's compromised his corner a little bit. Let the Ferrari come back in.
Yeah, Baz
Kenyon as well.
Speed there. I checked, he wasn't even burning, so he must be running very low wings.
Kenyon gets past Jon Snow, slots in just behind the Haas driver. As Alan goes really, really deep.
Yeah, he's almost taking the map line there.
He is, but him and Kenyon are side by side. Kenyon gets his nose ahead, slots in between him and the Ferrari. Next in line for Kenyon is Baz, and we got a sector. Dodo's just gone. Dodo's no. What happened? He's on the right hand side. I wonder if he's caught the left hand. Yeah. He has gone. Track is clear. So Hilly out by himself at the moment. He's got a 11-second gap from the car behind, but 4 to the guys in front. As next for Kenyon is Baz. Baz goes in a little bit deeper. Kenyon cuts the corner, gets a bit of a redder run-up.
Baz is brilliant to stay ahead. I can't believe he's managed to stay ahead. He must be running lower wings by quite a margin.
Must be Kenyon struggling to overtake the McLaren in front. As he gets past with relatively ease, doesn't look like a lot of fan in there. And he's up into P5. He's got some gaps ahead to make up though. So he's front 3 and front 4 are running away.
Yeah, Kenyon will be one of the
Oh
few
Matt,
that's...
why are you dropping loads of positions, man?
Kenyon will be one of the few that's praying for a safety car.
He's going into the pits now.
Yeah, he's lost his front left end plate. I think he must have probably hit the wall. With Lantels in as well.
Ooh, I can see Jon Snow has SID, which I'm assuming is side pod damage.
Yep, side impact damage, yeah.
The Mashlar and Rowden both have front wing damage. Yeah, there was a 7.4 second pit stop for Matt and Antho, so they both had some sort of damage to the wing.
I wonder if they'd have come in together. So sorry, who did you say has got side impact damage?
Jon Snow. Ferrari P7.
Kenyon has taken a second out of Hilly in front of him.
Oh, Kenyon had a moment.
Well, the thing is, he's not able to get out of the DRS of Baz, so... Baz can
Yeah,
get
he had an absolute moment coming at the last sector.
Yeah.
Jon Snow. Remaster 3, second time penalty. Night Owl is on softs. 7 lap old softs.
Okay.
Mediums are sitting 41%, no softs are 60%.
Yeah, they'll be done already. Wilson 6-2. Nope. Gone.
So Syrah has not been able to keep charge with these top guys. It's 4 seconds down. Sector 3, that is Brewmaster behind. Struggling out on track at the moment. Baz is still sitting in Kenyon's DRS though.
Yeah, there's the 3 of them there, all sitting with DRS.
That is Remaster again. Around.
He's clearly not enjoying this.
No, he's not. His tyres are probably extremely hot. Jon Snow has left the session. I wonder if that's see, I'm just going to try and invite him in quick because it didn't say it just left, so there might be a connection issue.
Kenyon is
PC.
opened up a big enough gap now that Baz has no DRS.
Don't seem to have Jon Snow on.
No,
my
he's ghosted at the moment.
list. Oh, I do? That's a lie. Brewmaster does move out of the way for the top guys here as Sierra and Vale are still battling it out, giving each other plenty of room. Oh, so really close that wall.
Alan goes past Jon Snow's ghosted car. And where's Alan drove through it? Past it. Oleg is choosing to just drive through it. Oh, somebody. Oh, is that Brewmaster? It's gone to the left. Or somebody who was going very slowly there.
And we have a VSC.
So
Brewmaster is out. So VSC only, there is no safety car as it stands. Softs of Night Owl down in P13 are 75%.
Yeah, it's a shame the VSC didn't come out just before he was at the pit lane instead of past it.
Yeah, I have sent you an invite back in, John. If you want back in. BSC should be ending any seconds now. As Vale is trying to make the most of this VSC. He is in the pit. Hilly is also in the pit as well. Being a medium runner, VSC is going on for longer, and we are green now. So he's got a little bit of a cheeky stop. He's literally just exiting now. Kenyon stays out. Him and Vale are going to come side by side.
I was thinking that.
Just behind. Fresher tyres. Should get DRS as well. He is. As the leg is increasing. Is he going to get Alan? He's not. He pulls out. Alan goes deep. Deep. Oh, he had a moment on the exit as well. It's compromises you a hell of a lot as the leg gets past. But Alan is running some low wings. He doesn't keep his position, but he's only slots in just behind. Vale now 0.5. The cat has got past Hayes on the right hand side, but Hayes is looking back. Plenty of room given. Hayes gets himself back in front. The cat slots in behind. Hilly down in P10, but fresh tyres. So we'll go back up to Vale. As he's going to get very, very close for the next DRS zone.
I mean, Sutter was, what, 4 seconds back, so he's made up a bit of time.
He was. Might have been a DRS of each other between him, Sierra and Vale that were just pulling him away from him. Without that now. As Vale has got DRS again on Kenyon. Kenyon's got a lot less ERS.
Yeah, he was burning at the start of the straight there just to give him the extra speed to stay ahead. You've got to wonder what his tactic's going to be now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his battle. In theory, it's not his battle because he's a pit stop down. Vale goes around the inside. Kenyon stays on the out and keeps his position. I mean, the mediums are going to feeling pretty old. They're on 59%, so they're going to are feeling old, but they've got some fight in them left.
Yeah.
all the time. Vale is stuck behind Kenyon. It is feeding into the hands of Syrah and Sierra. Vale moves. Kenyon moves over. He is in for a pit. Goes past the leg and Allen. All these hard runners are carrying on. Jon Snow is still in AI. That Rowden stays out. Unfortunately, he's got a penalty. Sector 3. May have been Antfo. Be back going again. That's down in P15. Mr. Indy on fresh hards.
Mullen has DRS on the leg in front, but I think it's too far back. Yeah.
Yes. Seems to be a little bit more powerful this next DRS zone. You can get a better exit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the leg got a great exit there.
Hayes and Hilly. Hilly on a lot fresher tyres. Great drive so far. Up into P7 after his pit stop. Interesting. Kenyon is going to have to battle through that group of midfield again, really. But
Yeah, I
depends
mean,
if they pit or not.
The 3 cars in front of them have yet to pit, so. So, what is he? 1.5, 2.5. Yeah, he's about 12 seconds net behind Hilly. Because they both pitted. Yeah, Alan's dropped out of DRS zone now.
I mean, this could potentially be Vale's race. I mean, what is he? 15 seconds, 16 seconds behind
Yeah.
P1 and 2. You know, clear air ahead. But they're on a different strategy.
Yeah, I mean the mediums will be faster obviously towards the end, but it's a fairly lengthy pit stop time.
Yeah. And all the time at the moment, Vale is just eating away. Syrah is in. He is in. Assuming he will probably go into the mediums now, but that means there's 15 laps the mediums will require. He's only just left and he's just coming through the tunnel now. He's not even in the tunnel, so he's going to be dropping quite a few seconds on the fresh compound that Vale put on. Syrah is going to come out, slotting in behind Allen. In behind Allen, or side by side with Allen. Side by side with Allen. I mean, fair play to them both. Yes, I will send you an invite now, John.
Yeah, I mean, so all in all, I mean, Syrah's really only just about 7 seconds behind Vale.
Yeah. He's going to need a bit of a charge to get back with that, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but then that's been as well. Being in the mediums and Vale on the hards. Vale's tyres will be much nicer towards the end.
Day. Sierra in the pit. Just coming around under the tunnel now. He should keep himself ahead of the guys behind. He does. So the leg is slotting behind. And he is 8 in front. Battle resumes for these guys. The gap that Sierra lost from pitting second was about 2 seconds. Jon Snow is back in and in control of his car. Just a few gaps now starting to appear. Rowden is just clinging onto the back of the Mercedes.
Dreams
Keep
telling
himself
us on
in
the
the DRS.
stream that the mediums die very quickly here.
Yeah, but judging by some of the guys that have run, the mediums will last 12, 13 laps comfortably. We'll start to feel a little, probably go further to be honest, but I would expect Sierra to go to the end now, but they will feel bad.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of drivers prefer to do the medium stint first compared to the hards.
So
Get a bit more flexibility to choose.
Oh, Alan and the leg have both
the
went in the
leg.
pits together. If I'd been Alan, I would have stayed out for another lap there to try and get ahead.
I think the leg just picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in pits.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
I think he has. Let's go on to our penalties. He has. He's at a 5-second penalty.
Okay.
So Alan keeps his nose clean. It will play into his hands. So these guys may come out with a little bit of traffic. Yep, Alan gets himself in front of Night Owl. Night Owl wants to look on the inside. Alan moves a little bit deeper.
I'll get the benefit of DRS for the car in front, but wow.
Night Owl in the inside. Alan goes a little bit deeper looking for the switch. That's a good exit from Night Owl.
Yeah, Alan's exit of that corner isn't the best, unfortunately. I think
No.
that's where he tends to not get the benefit of the DRS.
It's a very dodgy corner. Sierra new fastest. Yeah, it's a very dodgy corner. It's like slightly off camber as well.
I find
A
it
lot of people
very hard
drop that with
double,
oversteer.
I find
Yes.
that double corner very hard on the controller. To just try and get the angle right for exit.
Yep. Sierra and Syrah battling out. DRS for Syrah behind. But a little bit too far away at this zone. Night Owl with a leg riding all that curb, bumpy along the way. Oh, Syrah also bumping. As they can see Vale ahead, 3.4 seconds.
Yeah, the gap's been cut without a doubt. I mean, Phil's maybe just preserving his tyres a bit. He's not really under much pressure.
Oh,
Sector 2.
Sector. Who is that? It's not Kenyan, it must be Mashallah. PRL Hayes. He has no front wing. Fully off.
Oh, that's going to annoy. That's going to catch on there.
The cat. Looking at the inside of Mr. Indy. Gets that move done. Mr. Indy may look on the
Alan
outside. It's where the traction looks to be.
Alan and Night Owl are having a
Done.
right battle. Alan's come out on top. Cost them a bit of time though.
Yes, I do agree, June. Sierra and Syrah could work together to try and claw Vale in here. But they won't. 2.4 now. Hayes is in. He's the new wing.
Greg is reeling in bars for P7. Alan just went
doing a stellar job at the
very
moment.
wide behind him again.
His hard tyres are 19 laps old.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, they're only on 55%.
Maybe the AI was nice to them.
But the AI is never going to push you.
Yeah.
It's going to stay at a consistent plodding along pace. They will never burn those tyres or aggressively fight or anything like that. So yeah, it probably has done a little bit of, maybe he's not as fast as he would be down the road, but they're not too far off. I mean, Vales are on 30%, so they're 25% less than what Snows are, but he's on 9 laps, so that's a 10 lap difference, which is probably about right. We did have sector 2s there. I think that was Antho.
I'm beginning to wonder if Jon Snow's hanging this out to stick a set of softs on at the end.
I mean, potentially it could be. Night Owl done it. 7 laps, 75%. So if he's got life in him, why not? The only bloke left to pit. Lap 22 or 29.
Yep, the gap to Vale continues to decrease, not by as much, but
No. So while we're just looking at this, we're going to get the that prediction for the title back up on screen, just so we can see what it will be. So if Vale finishes first, Kenyon has to finish third or fourth with the fastest lap.
he's potentially on to finish fifth, I would say there. I can't see him catching Hilly and going up to fourth.
What's he got on Hilly? 13, well more than that, 20 seconds. So as it stands, by judging by what he's sent over, it will go into the final race in Canada, if it stays as it is. If Vale drops down 2 seconds, so if he drops down to P2, finishes P2, Kenyon will need 8th.
Well, he's well
So
in
if
for
that
doing
scenario happens, that will come in.
Yep.
But as it stands, Kenyon will not get the title this race.
I just went on with Sierra there, and boy was his car sparking around the final corner. So I just went very wide there.
Right, I'm just going to stand board with Sierra and just want to give my boy a kiss goodnight.
No worries. Sierra goes through the back marker of Hayes. And the gap continues to come down and get the benefit of DRS from the car in front as well.
No, I'm back.
I'm just saying that Sierra will get the benefit of DRS from, I'm assuming it's Hayes' car in front.
Yes, I'm assuming Hayes is still in. He's just ghosted because he's in the back marker.
I actually thought Sierra had managed to get past him, but I must have all that wrong.
So Sierra and Syrah are both out of ERS. Vale is 21%. But yeah, as you said, Hayes is pulling Sierra in.
The problem though, of course, Hayes has got DRS off the back of Sierra nearly went
Snow
in the
did
back
put softs on.
Did he? Yeah,
Did.
I had a feeling that's what he was hanging it out for. So I think we can guarantee he'll probably get past the flap. Sierra is now within a second of Vale.
Hilly 16 seconds off. Kenyon 4 seconds off of Hilly. 4.2 seconds to make up in 5 laps.
I mean, you never know. All it's going to take is maybe for Hilly to pick up one track on its penalty. And
But even if it stays as it is and Kenyon goes up to P4, that's not enough. It needs the fastest lap to go with it.
Yeah.
Which I believe is Sierra.
Well, Sierra
is at the
just
moment.
got past Hayes and is now on the back of Vale.
I mean, to be fair, it is a big gap from 13 laps on the hards to 8 laps on the mediums.
Yeah.
I know the mediums will probably come in. I mean, they're only 2 or 3% younger, or younger than what the hards are. So then they're going to be still feeling probably decent.
Night Owl gets past Baz to go into P9.
Vale flash in, no ERS. Top 3 barely have anything over 10%.
And Kenyon is now within 4 seconds. He's dropped it down to below the 4-second mark to Hilly ahead.
So remember, if Vale does drop into P2, then Kenyon will need 8th or above.
It's getting quite exciting.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's not much action on track, but it's...
Says we don't bring some fun. Then Sierra is going, he's looking on the inside. Later on the brakes than Vale.
And whilst that was happening, as predicted, Jon Snow took the fastest lap.
So as it stands, the Kenyan will be claiming the title.
You've got to wonder what kind of part.
He only needs 8 or above now.
I wonder what part Silla's going to play in this.
I mean, Vale, has still got the time to get this position back. When will those mediums drop off? Where is Kenyon? He's 3.1. He's 3 seconds off now of Hilly.
I don't think he's got enough time to get past them on merit.
No, he's not eating enough time away. Who is that?
I thought it was Syrah, but it wasn't.
It is Syrah. Syrah's gone.
He's
oh
got
no,
front
Syrah.
wing.
Lap 27. You dropped that on the hill.
He has no front wing.
Oh, that is going to kill your race. He's got 18 seconds, 14 seconds from the guys behind. 10 seconds. He's dropped a lot of time now.
And Kenyon's within
It's
2.5
Vale versus Sierra.
of Hilly.
All it is now, it is Vale versus Sierra. Sierra is out of ERS. Vale is out of ERS. Baz
Is gone.
Baz has gone. It's too late for anything now.
Yeah. I just
The
checked
game will
that.
not issue anything.
Oh, Matt's just spun.
Oh, Matt's gone as well.
Yeah. There was nobody around him. I went on board to see where Baz's car was and just went on board. His car was doing a pirouette.
Lap 29, 28 of 29. Vale versus Sierra. Sierra needs to defend from Vale to give Kenyon the title, and Vale needs to get past Sierra to keep the title away from Kenyon and into the final race of Canada next week.
Silla's been very brave staying out. Hilly's half that gap done. But then Silla didn't really have a choice, did he?
No, pit or get your absolute race ruined, unfortunately. Vale now over a second away. Sierra with an absolute mighty race, to be fair to him.
Yeah. Oh, has Silla pinned it? Or is he... Or has he just left the section? I just got to left the section. This is not a good time for that to happen.
Yes, he is ghosted, isn't he?
Right, you stay on with the people. I'll invite them in.
Point 9, Vale.
Oh, Silla's AI is pitting him. He's putting him in the pits.
Yeah, will do. It sees the wing damage.
Yeah.
Vale, last chance. Coming up to the first of DRS of 2. Just dropped out. He's got a second. Both are flashing. No ERS. They will leave it on as they go down now, but the gap looks big.
Vale's got the DRS. But he's absolutely flat out of ERS.
Vale needs to work some magic now.
Kenyon is up to 4th. But didn't get DRS on Hilly.
Vale, 0.6. Needs this to take the fight into the final week. Don't think it's going to be enough. Coming around the final corners now. Both flashing, no ERS available. Vale's built up a little bit. He's burning into the second last corner. Sierra keeps it nice and smooth on the exit. They both cross the line. Sierra crosses P1, Vale P2, and makes Kenyon champion of PRL for season 2.
Providing it doesn't crash in the last few corners.
As it stands provisionally.
Yep, here he comes.
Hilly P3, Kenyon P4, John Snow. Great race for being disconnected. Hilly, not to leave the leg, sorry, P6. Allen goes up to P6. What a drive from Allen. Leg, Sierra P8. Unfortunate for the last couple of laps. Rowden in P9. The cat will go into P10. Rowden drops to P9, P10 on Nights Out, P11, Mr. Indy, P12. Matt rounds the under the bridge around the last few corners.
Drive of the day for you.
Allen.
Yeah, that's exactly. I was just about to say. I know who I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, he's gone up 13 places.
I mean, it's a brilliant drive from Sierra and out front. Just that battle was good for Albert. For an awful qualification that he had to bring it up onto there. There was a few good drivers today. Jon Snow was one of them as well. But for the commentators, driver of the day, it will be PRL Alan.
And of course, special mention for Kenyon for doing all he had to do to get the title.
And yeah, congratulations to PRL Kenyon for clinching the Season 2 championship title. See, pending any results. But as long as his standings and his working out is correct, he is the champion. Unfortunately not on the podium today due through an accident or an incident on the first turn 1, but set a drive to recover, get himself up into P4. And there you have it, round 14 Abu Dhabi is complete for the equal tier. We have Sierra in the Alfa Romeo on P1, PRL Valve P2, and congratulations to Hilly on his first PRL podium up into P3. Kenyon, as said before, into P4 and are currently will be awarded the championship title. Jon Snow in a Ferrari up from 11 into P5. Driver of the day from P19 on the grid is Alan into P6. The leg in P7. TTM Sierra after a bad accident or a mistake on the final lap into P8. PRL the Cat P9. Rowden drops down into P10 after a penalty into Night Owl P11. Mr. Indy P12. Matt P13. Adfo P14, Hayes 15, Baz 16, and the rest are D and F.
And should anybody need it, I have the race director.
Thank you all very much, and thank you for joining me, Trev.
No problem. I will enjoy commentating again tomorrow night.
Did you join us tomorrow for round 14 of realistic tier? A few drivers are left to achieve their target. Some have already achieved it, but it will be an interesting battle going into the final race in Canada next week. So join us then, and we shall see you soon.
Bye now.